Hi, Leopold.
Hi, Alex. How are you?
Hi. Hi, I'm good. We need to tell to the people why we're here. My name is Alex. I'm wine enthusiast, and I'm traveling a lot from location I live. I live in Bratislava, 7 years here. And one day I realized the big opportunity living here is that we have great neighborhood countries, and my favorite one is Austria. The favorite one not only for
Nice to hear it.
the landscapes and the nice nature and good food, but especially for the wine culture. And when I'm traveling, I always visiting a lot of the wineries to degustate the wines. And we want here to share with you some kind of hidden gems from the more smaller winemakers, less commercial, who do the great and hard work for wines. And I think being biggest underestimating wineries all over the world. So here is Leopold Dietrich. Thank you for accepting this chat interview.
Yeah, thank you to invite me or
Uh,
inviting me. Soon.
while we start with the question for Leopold, I just want to show you this is Gamlitz, the city which myself and my family visited a few months ago, and we meet Leo there. It's very nice. It's kind of the Austrian Tuscany, or, if I may say so, or even in some cases better. So
You can say that, but yeah.
you can see very green landscape here. Yeah, and here is the vineyard of Leopold Dietrich. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm I'm stop sharing. So Leopold,
Perfect.
if you can tell us more about uh, the Styrian famous Styrian wine road, why it is famous
Yeah.
for, what it is about, climate, people, culture,
Yeah.
why it's so popular
So,
across wine lovers.
perfect. So our winery is located next to the South Styrian wine route, and it's the oldest wine route in Styria. So it's a, a road on the top of the hills. Between the vineyards, we have very steep hills here, steep slopes. They are not very high, but very steep. And yeah, we have vineyards on all the sides of the hills. And so we have different climates in each vineyard. So we have some vineyards directed to the south, some to the east. The South Styrian wine road is the oldest one in Styria, so it's famous for that, and also for the beautiful view there. So it's located on the top of the hills. So next to the street, we have very steep slopes. Uh, mostly of most of them are planted with vineyards. So we have different slope directions with vineyards. So we have some to the east, some to the south, some to the west, and because of that, we have also very unique vineyard sites. So we also make single vineyard wines here, and some vineyards from the south uh, slope are more ripe, so the grapes get more sun. And because of that, we have higher sugar content, very yellow fruity wines, and from the east and the west sides, we have different kind of wines. So a little bit cooler, and because of that, we have so many different types of wines here, and we are very famous for that. And all in all, we have fruity wines and also with a very harmonious plate. And yeah, I think we are very famous for that. Yeah.
This is interesting. And can you tell us more about your family history? Why it was started, wine production, probably when, and what is the history about the family?
Yeah. So I'm the in the fourth generation of our winery. So my great grandparents bought the place here in Eckberg, and they started with a really farm. So they also had farmlands, they had cattle, they had pigs, and yeah, over the years we get rid of them. So we focused only on the vineyards, and so now we only are a winery, and we also have apartments. And yeah, this on the 1st of this year, 1st January, I uh, got this place. So now I'm the owner and boss of this place. My parents also helped me here mostly in the vineyards and the apartments. So it's very nice to work with them. And we are a family estate, and yeah, we will grow in the future a little bit, and we will focus our resources only in the wine production, and we will make very fruity wines, and also we will make wines with a very uh, good minerality, and yeah, full-bodied wines. So we will make our assortment a little bit bigger. So now we have mostly classic wines, very fruity ones, and with the DAC, the system, so the Districtus Austria Controllatus. So it's Herkunftssystem in German. I don't know the English word for that. And so we have the basic sortiment with the Gebietswein Südsteiermark DRC, then the local wines from Gamlitz, and on the top, the single vineyard wines. And these wines are more powerful, full-bodied wines, and they came only from one single vineyard. And so, yeah,
Yeah, myself,
this
I've
is
been
our
visiting you
focus in the future.
a couple of months ago, but I still remember that I was really impressed by your Teller, Muscat
Yeah.
and Riesling. So it was very interesting taste, very fruity, as you said. Yeah. And by the way, this comes to the question as we already touched this. What wines you have in portfolio? What are your favorite ones? What you can recommend to try?
Yeah, as I said, we have many different wines here and many different also varieties. And so our region is very famous for Sauvignon Blanc. It's also the main variety at our winery. And as you said, also the Muscatella. So it's the Gelber Muscatella, so the yellow Muscatella. And most of the people think when they hear Muscat or something like that, they think the wine is sweet. But here in South Styria, we mainly produce it very dry, so with a very small amount of residual sugar. And so it's very fruity, a perfect wine for the summer. Yeah, to sit together with friends and yeah, enjoy the life. And yeah, at our winery, we also have the local wines since this year. So they are a little bit uh, more full-bodied, so richer wines with Sauvignon Blanc and Morillon. So Morillon is Chardonnay here in Styria. It's the same variety, only cold different. And then we also have red wines here. They are more fruity than most of the red wines you will become in different areas, in other areas. And yeah, we are also famous for that.
Which red wines you have?
We have Zweigelt, so that's the main variety in Austria from the reds, and also Pinot Noir. So Pinot Noir, it's not very popular in our region, but here at our winery, my father started with them, and yeah, uh, they are. It's a very unique kind of wine, so it's also very fruity, but you can taste the minerality of the soils in the wine, and we also put it in small oak barrels, but also used ones. So it's not a very oaky wine, but also with the small micro oxidation, the wine will get more round and soft and yeah, nice to drink.
Maybe we don't want to have a long chat, but maybe it would be
Yeah.
interesting for the people how your day looks like as a as a winery owner, but you need to work a lot. Maybe you share a
Yeah.
bit about it.
Yeah, so I can't not say that every day is similar here. So sometimes I have to work inside, um, also next to the computer, but I like it when I can go in the vineyards when we start pruning in the winter, and then when everything will start to grow in the springtime, it's really nice to work out there. So at this time of the year, we also were in the vineyards to remove the shoots from the grape from the wines we don't use or we don't need. And yeah, now we can also make also we can change the quality. So when we remove the shoots we don't need, then the other shoots will grow stronger and we will have less grapes, but better ones. And yeah, often I have to go to the cellar. Also, in this time, we have some wines in the tanks left, and we will bottle it a little bit later. So we also bottle small batches, and then the wines will be more fruity and fresher when you get the bottles.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
say
it's
myself.
this. Yeah,
I can say I'm impressed by this a lot of work, human labor work you do, guys. Like, there is no like huge machinery standing behind, but more what you do with your own hands, etc. Yeah, so this is simply great.
yeah, we like it also. Yeah,
So,
we have
bro, hmm go on.
yeah we have many good friends. They can help us sometimes also in the autumn when we harvest the grapes. So it's always funny and always nice to have people around and work together. So it's much nicer to work with other people together than alone. And yeah, so it's also popular in this region to make most of the popular. It's necessary to make it with hands sometimes, some works, because it's too steep sometimes, or in some vineyards, and so we have to do it by hand. And yeah, it's funny when you have many people around you, and yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, because wine is not just drinking, but it's a lot about communicating with each other. And I think you have a great job. I mean, clients as well, you inside, etc. Winemakers. I always thought like these guys should be competitors of each other, but at the end, you're a community. You're not competitors, right? You
That's
do
true.
some advices from others and
Uh,
implement it, etc.
that's
So
true. Yeah.
so
We
maybe
are
we
not.
Mhm.
Uh,
maybe the park is here. I think those who want to visit Leopold Dietrich, they can find the notes of the location or going to the website that we will publish and easily to find and
I'm
visit
looking
themselves.
forward to it. Yeah. Come to us and taste some good wines.
Thank you very much for
Thank you
the
too.
story. We keep in touch.
Okay. Thanks.